Hi, this is Alex Burgess and my husband Tom Burgess, and we will be working on our attending, listening, and empathetic skills for week 5. And we're about to begin. Thanks. Hi, Tom. Welcome back.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
Good here. We completed our last session about a week ago. We've got 2 sessions in the third session. And this session, we're going to be focusing on just kind of how you've been feeling about some of the whole situation with that client that you had, the customer, and I just want to get and see how you've been feeling. Tell me, what have your feelings been lately since that?
Oh, I feel good. I feel like I've sat and thought about this gentleman's problem that he had with me, and I feel that he had a problem with me, and there's nothing I can do about that except for move on to the next person, next situation.
No, this is a customer that frequents your store?
Yes.
Okay. How does that make you feel when you see a customer in the store? Does it make you feel nervous? Do you feel a little bit hesitant?
It makes me laugh a little because I just kind of, this person was having a bad day, and I just kind of shrug it off as he had a bad day. Okay. I just kind of, I don't know. The person does not, they avoid coming to me for any questions or any help, and they go to somebody else because I think that they realize that they had a bad day.
So if they had a bad day, why would they purposely be avoiding you?
Because they're embarrassed for the fact what they did was wrong.
Is that what you think, that you need a therapist?
I think so.
Okay. And then, but do you feel the fact that he's avoiding you or anything? I mean, you say you're a good person, which you are, and you are trying to help others. So does that make you feel or think about anything internally? Like, what are your emotions that are going through that time?
No, when it happened, I was hurt because I thought that I might have affected somebody's day, and that they were going to be not come back and not be a repeat customer.
Yeah.
But obviously, seeing this person come back in my store and frequent it more and more, then I'm like, oh, the person just had a bad day, and maybe they just have gotten over it, just like I, gotten over it, and so yeah.
Okay. Have you had any other interactions with any other customers or?
Customers all the time, but never had no other complaints or any other problems. Nothing that's made me want to step aside and think about it.
Okay.
No.
Okay. And what have you been practicing on, any skills or anything that has been helping you with I guess you were expressing in your first session, second session, that you're looking and focusing ways of how to think about others, how to work on your tone and execute that with other people so they don't perceive it as you being upset.
No, I just kind of, I figured coming here and visiting with you, talking with you might help, and it has. It's made me think about my tone and my situations that if I have a problem with somebody. However, I haven't really come to any conclusions yet on how to resolve that kind of issue or move forward, because I honestly don't know. I've lived my whole life the same way, so how do you change yourself overnight? It's kind of difficult.
That takes time and process. It's just a matter of thinking like, okay, I want to change my mindset. So it's all about changing our mindsets, right? But it doesn't happen overnight, as you're recognizing that. But I do commend, and I like hearing that you're saying that at your age you want to change that. So I mean that's a big change. I mean, not completely, just make yourself more aware of what another person might be feeling, or also validate your feelings too.
Yeah.
It's important. Yeah. I commend you on that. So what options, or have you tried any other methods? Are you doing any methods at home that maybe, or in your spare time, that help you relax? Or, I mean, I know that you must have other stressors in life aside from the store, and maybe that gets you a little heightened, and you're trying to process everything.
There's always stress in everybody's life. I'm not worried about the stress in my life.
But is it overwhelming?
Nothing overwhelms me as far as talking to people or anything like that. I see people making mistakes or doing something wrong, and I just, Sometimes I'll say something, sometimes I won't. I mean, as far as my job, I will say something to make sure that stuff doesn't happen again. As far as my personal life or things like that, I sometimes just keep my mouth closed instead of starting a fight.
Yeah. So you mentioned I caught you say something that it was something about not getting overwhelmed, but yet at the same time it kind of like you're aware, but you're just shutting down. Is there a reason why you shut down a little bit?
I don't know. Like I've told you in the first couple of sessions, I feel like I have an opinion. I have a personal being
Yeah.
that if I'm right about something, I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm wrong about something, I'll gladly admit that I'm wrong. So, does it? Why does it matter what my presence on does to affect other people on this planet? Obviously, I want to do as good a job as I can to make everybody happy, but you can't make everybody happy.
No, but it starts with one person. It's kind of like planting a seed of kindness, and then so it's kind of like a domino effect.
Yes,
So if we look at it, it's kind of look for
but you
example.
can plant seeds all day long. I mean, and you plant them in the wrong place, and then nothing's going to grow.
Never know, but that's what it's all about having that mindset, having that positive mindset.
And I
You
agree.
know?
I'm here for a reason
Yeah,
because I want to learn about life. I
exactly.
want to learn about my effect on other people. I want to learn how that if I'm dealing with something, to maybe not walk away and just stand there and hash it out.
Yeah.
However, what if I'm right and this other person is completely not in the same mindset as me, where they want to actually figure something out? They just want to prove that they're right.
Okay. Well, a lot of times we have to
How do I
say.
deal with that?
So we deal with that by saying, hey, you have a right to your opinion, and I have a right to my belief as well too. But respect each other in a way too. But and that's how I would look at it and perceive it. At the end of the day, that person's always going to realize, like, oh, okay, I was right about that, or Tom was correct on this, or that it's not a competition as to who is right or wrong. But I do, going back to how you had said, um, when I talk to people and I just want to, in a sense, get it over and done with, do you get nervous talking with people?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Just figured I asked. But I mean, I think you're getting there, and we're moving in the right direction. You're wanting to learn new skill sets, not necessarily change yourself, but kind of better yourself to communicate with others as well, too. Especially in the current times that we're in, nobody is really wanting to talk, and everybody's like rush, 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 rush. I think that that gentleman also, his actions towards you were not necessarily just all your fault because of the way you were talking, but the way he made you feel also. You were just doing your job, wasn't a good feeling. So
No, definitely wasn't. I felt bad.
yeah, yeah. And it's valid for you to feel that way, and also not to be treated that way also. Okay. So I mean, in hopes and working on these behaviors and getting, don't want to say that you're angry, but in a sense, it's like you're passionate about your belief. Um, what are some tools that we can work on together? So we can work on, definitely. There's meditation that we can do to help center ourselves. There's books that we can do. We can try to interject with more people out in the community. That's another way of opening our mindset to different cultures and different beliefs. So those are some other avenues we can explore as well too. What are your thoughts on
Um, I sure I'm open to anything to help me understand other people more.
that?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, I know there's like a lot. I can give you the information to some local groups and just a lot of community groups out there that could do services in the community and meet some different folks that way. So that's fun little things to do. And also opens our eyes to, you know, what other people's might be perceiving and how they're um, just gives you a different connection with another person.
Okay.
Alrighty. Okay. So we summarizing our session for this evening. We have we're going to make try some new groups and meet some new folks and kind of try to see put us a little bit out of our element, just to test the waters out there. And you know, we're just kind of looking at going into an adventure and learning new aspects. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sounds like fun.
Okay, sounds good. Well, good for seeing me again. It's great to see you, and I'm glad that you're doing good.
Thank you.
All right, take care.